The show where there are no penalties, nothing is offside, and everything is fair game. This is The Gloves Are Off.
Hello and welcome to the set of The Gloves Are Off. I'm Carly Agro, your host, and joining me on the set as always is Brian Curran. Welcome back to the set, Brian. How are you?
I'm doing fantastic, talking about water coolers or water fountains.
And Lululemon.
Nobody knows what I'm talking about, Lululemon. It's an inside joke, everybody, but we're having a great time here, and
Maybe
it's
one
good to
day
be
they'll
back.
find out.
Maybe they will.
Grayson, you had the chance to find out. This is Grayson Knutson, the man, the myth, the legend. That's what I'm choosing to call you.
Thank you. Appreciate that.
For some stranger out there who might not know you, how that would happen, I don't know. Introduce yourself and tell everybody what you do here in town.
I'm the weather guy here at Newcap. Also do some PA work for the Cats
You
and
sure
the
do.
Bandits
You're the
as
voice
well.
of the Bobcats. Rob Hunter was here last week
No,
talking.
the voice of the Bobcats is John Spigot. I'm just the
Okay.
guy who yells who scored the goal.
And an
Okay.
incredible weather guy. The weather's always right when you tell it.
Which is good. That means
That's-
something's going on.
Grayson's got an impressive record.
I know. Boy, was I sarcastic when I said that.
Oh my gosh. All right. Well, I'm going to be sarcastic. Bleh. I can't speak, but I'm going to be sarcastic when I say this. Way to go, Edmonton Oilers, on getting cheerleaders. The Edmonton Oilers are the first Canadian NHL team to come out and announce that they're going to be bringing cheerleaders on board. Now, the president of the team said that the goal is to enhance the game day experience. I'd like to know where you guys weigh in on this. Do you think it's a good thing or a bad thing for the Oilers, or have they kind of taken 2 steps forward and a giant step back in their rebuilding process?
I mean, that's a really tough one. I don't understand. I mean, like NFL football. I mean, that's just synonymous with football.
Sure.
Hockey, you know, they tried it a long time ago, and it wasn't really effective because there were some big-time issues. We won't go there, but you know what? Enhancing, I think, more probably marketing, I guess, by selling the girls. I can see calendars coming. They'll be very beautiful girls and yada, yada, yada. I think it's just money.
And they'll be talented and intelligent as well.
Not likely.
You know,
But here's the thing that I'm worried about. Grayson, do you think this is sort of, we all know that there are plenty of American teams who have cheerleaders in the NHL. Is this a Canadian team sort of playing follow the leader? That's how I think of it.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, a lot of those southern market teams use that to get fans to the game.
Right.
Because I mean,
The Oilers
let's be honest,
don't
some
need- they don't
fans
have
are
that
gonna
problem.
they're gonna show up just for the girls. The Oilers don't need that.
you know, I'm
I
going to
don't
say
think they do.
interaction. I think they'll interact a lot more with the fans and get the fans more interested.
Well, we will have to stay tuned and find out
I
how
was
that
reaching
happens.
that one, but
You were
we'll go
reaching there. You
big
were
time.
reaching deep. Okay.
You going to try out?
No, I will not be making an appearance at the Oilers cheerleading camp. Me and dancing and cheerleading just don't go together. Let's switch gears for a minute here. We'll talk a little baseball. Jose Bautista recently announced that he played the majority of the season with a sports hernia. Now, I'm clearly not a boy, but I can only imagine how painful this would be. Not only playing with it, but the process that is involved in diagnosing a sports hernia. The numbers that this guy put up while injured, what can we expect next year?
I don't think we can expect near the same.
No.
I think this was kind of an anomaly.
You think this was a fluke?
Not so much a fluke, but next year pitchers are obviously going to pitch different to him.
Yeah.
Everything's going to be different. I still think he's good for probably 30, 35 home runs a year. I don't know if we'll ever see 54 again, but to do it with a sports hernia is incredible.
But you know, I don't know the answer to this, but I know in hockey, a sports hernia, you're done.
Yeah.
That's it. Because of the way the stride, the skating,
Yeah.
Probably
the
because
pressure.
of the contact as
I've
well.
not seen it so much in baseball. I don't know if there's as much movement, or maybe the movement that they have to make to hurt so bad. In hockey, you're striding and you're pushing out, and it puts so much pressure on that area.
Bautista just hits a home run and trots slowly.
That's
so
that's
So
my
he
point.
can just
but
canter.
will he? No, to answer, I think he will be a 30 to 40 home run guy from now on the rest of his years.
Well, we will find out, I guess,
I
next
hope he is.
season. We got to move on now. We're going to talk a little soccer. I was wanting to see if Brian would dump and change this one because I know he's not a soccer fan, but we're going to talk about Wayne Rooney. So this guy, you're yawning. Fine.
But it's just a long night left.
Just a long night. Okay. A day off and you have a long night. Gee whiz. We're going to talk Wayne Rooney. I'm a soccer fan. Grayson's a soccer fan. This guy pulled kind of a fast one on Man U, but he says, hey, you know what? I don't want to come back. I'm not going to re-sign. And then A few days later, the guy inks a major deal and he comes out with a whole lot bigger of a wad of cash in his pocket to show for it. Who got the better end of the deal here, Wayne or Manu?
Rooney, unfortunately.
Yeah.
He played them like a fiddle.
He sure did.
He was never going to leave, in my opinion. I know
You don't think
fans.
so?
I know fans had signs that say, "Hey, good luck, Rooney, but just don't go to City." Or if you go to City, Manchester City,
Right.
they're a big rival.
Huge rival.
I'll obviously kill you, or something along those lines.
Are you swatting flies?
Is that really
in there?
happening right now?
Oh, I'm
well, we-
sorry. It's
well,
an interesting subject.
Carly, I
couldn't
want
keep
to
myself
bring up
focused.
another point. In the Italy-Serbia Euro qualifier, there was that player for Serbia who moved from Red Star Belgrade to Partizan
Yep.
Belgrade, and that sparked riots in Serbia that called off that game. Do you think the same thing would have happened if Rooney would have moved from United to City?
Oh, come on. I don't even think fans would have made it into the stadium. The flares would have been going. The
This is too cool.
Oh, you know what? That's what I think of you and cool.
If we were over in Europe, this would be one heck of a subject, and I'm sure there's 5
Loyalty
people in
in
all
Europe
of
to
Alberta that
clubs
like to hear
is
this one.
a major
It
issue.
is
Here in the NHL, NFL, and stuff, loyalty means nothing.
No.
Over there,
It
fans
is
see it as like
live
the
or die.
And that's because
Big
both
thing.
of you have been there, so you know that.
Fine. We'll talk basketball now. We'll see if Brian Curran likes talking NBA a little bit more. NBA season gets underway, and gosh, according to our time now, we have about 9 hours until the first tip-off. In action tonight, Miami Heat, big game against Boston. We're finally going to get to see, what were you calling them, the three gods?
No, the Amigos. Let's call them the
The
Amigos.
three
I like that.
amigos. There you go. A
Amigos.
little Spanish. Think how they're in Miami. That works.
Yeah, it
Are you
works.
going to watch the game?
No.
No?
God, no.
No?
No.
See, I'm not going to watch either. I could
Do you
care
know
less.
what? They are incredible athletes, all 3 of them. And God bless them. You know, it's kind of like the New York Yankees. Everybody hates the Yankees
You love to
because
hate
they
'em.
go out and they buy the best. And they expect World Series every year after year. You know what? Good for you, Miami. Now, if they can't win with that lineup, wow.
Okay.
Well,
fair
it's
enough.
essentially Bosch, Wade, James, and then you and I.
Pretty much.
They don't have any money to spend on anybody
No,
else.
but see, then the next question I have is, okay, we're not all thrilled about this. We could kind of care less, the 3 of us. But for someone else out there who's maybe not a huge basketball fan, do you think that this is a pull factor? I think it's going to do good things
Oh,
for
yeah.
the league. At least we can agree on that.
Marketing in Miami will be
Right.
phenomenal. The money that will be coming in will be phenomenal. You brought up the thing about, okay, there's the 3 of them and you and I.
You
But
have
guess
10
what?
seconds,
If we
by the
win
way.
a championship, you and I are going to be making a lot more money on
Exactly.
another team a couple
Somewhere
years down
else.
the road.
That's
Exactly.
true. Yep.
Let's talk about someone who did make some money recently, not for himself, but for charity. Lloydminster's very own Scott Hartnell. He got the wings clipped. I think he got a whole lot more than the wings clipped
Yeah, a little
because
bit.
that mop of hair was, I don't know, he joked with Flyers TV about needing some gardening shears to cut off that hair. But all the money that he raised and the hair actually was donated to Locks of Love. What I want to know is, based on the professional sports scene now, with Hartnell's hair out of the picture, who is the most in desperate need of a haircut in the world of sports right now?
I would say Polamalu, but you can't cut that because that's
Wow,
that's
that's
his
a dude.
heritage.
Good call.
Yeah, that's
Pitcher
it.
for San Francisco.
Oh, Lincecum.
Lincecum.
That's who I
Thank
was
you.
going to say.
That's a good
Yeah,
one
okay,
too.
that's
Yes.
I was gonna say, remember in the 06 playoff run, Mike Commodore with his big orange beard and his big orange
Yep.
fro. If he still had that,
That
that
was
would be
a
up
You
Yeah,
know,
there
though,
too.
that's they have so much fun with that. I mean,
They
it's
do.
the playoff beard and stuff.
Yeah.
By the way, our own Kevin Deagle in Brooks last year, he kept his on, and it was huge.
I heard about
and
that.
He got $1,000 they made when they cut that off.
Okay, Kevin Deagle, if you're watching, you have a
No,
new challenge.
we don't want to see that thing until
Oh,
the end
I
of
don't
the
know,
year.
$1,000.
No, that's what he made. It was a charity thing.
Well, yeah, but think
But
about what he could do
yeah,
here in,
yeah,
in
yeah.
Lloyd.
You'd have no idea.
Come
It's
playoff
pretty
time.
ugly. Playoff
Yeah,
time.
come
on, we gotta
playoff
keep it in
time.
the spirit. But you know what? I love when the guys do that stuff. They don't care. They're doing it for a good
Yeah.
reason. They're laughing at themselves, and people are laughing and making it's a story.
Yeah,
Well, and
exactly.
Scott
Good for
Hartnell
Scott.
hadn't gotten a haircut in over 3 years. And I know
Priceless.
when I spoke to his mom about it, she was pretty adamant. She hated it. So congratulations, Scott Hartnell, for doing a good thing for Locks of Love. And I guess
Did
clearly
he make
making
it?
your
How
parents
much money
happy.
did he make? You know?
I don't know the dollar amount. I don't know.
Be
but,
pretty good though.
Yeah, oh yeah, for
so
sure.
cheers to you, Scott Hartnell. And cheers to all of you at home. We have to take a commercial break, but stay tuned. We'll be back with a whole lot more Dumb and Change coming up.